Rogan coming to you live from the Intelligent Innovation Showcase here at the Gold Coast Health and Knowledge Precinct. Okay, I'm here with Andrew and Cody. How you going, guys?
Great to be here.
Good on you, mate. Doing well.
I got it done. It took me 5 goes. Okay, so artificial intelligence, AI Gold Coast. That's where you're from, Cody.
That's right. I'm from AI Gold Coast. We're a branch of the major AI Australia brand. We've landed in the Gold Coast.
Yep. Fantastic. And what are you guys doing here today? What are you showing off? What tech are you showing off?
We're showing off some artificial intelligence we've been doing for the New South Wales Health Government around predictive analytics, particularly in readmissions within 28 days. We're predicting that a patient will come into the hospital and they potentially could readmit within 28 days.
Okay.
That's a big problem in the world. Actually, it's something that is currently a problem that all hospitals are facing. It costs an awful lot of money for a patient to readmit, so roughly about $5,000 every time they'd readmit, and an average of $55 million per year a hospital has to pay in readmissions. That's not just money; it's also lives. There's plenty of lives that get lost every year through this aspect. So we've created a model that can predict that, and we've got it to a 95%.
Should we cut to that? Should we cut to that?
Sure. Let's go to that.
That's that one there.
That's it. Readmissions there. That readmissions platform is sitting on a Microsoft Azure Office 365 with Power BI embedded through an awesome tool called Live Tiles, and that's actually looking at, you can see the patient details are actually masked out there. They're called patient 1, 2, 3 because of security issues, but that's actually a real probability, a real percentage there. I think we've got 95% there in some of those cases of a probability of readmitting. And this is actually sitting down in the Murrumbidgee Local Health District area at the Wagga Wagga Hospital at the moment, and looking to expand out to most of the rural areas of New South Wales.
Fantastic. And so we had another screen as well around patient decline.
That's right.
Yeah, so what are we looking at there? What are we looking at there, Andrew?
Yeah, no worries. So what we've done is try and support the AI Australia team around understanding the open source models that are available, and Intel worked with some partners to develop a model. So these guys have got it in place, and now we're working to build that into their stack and into that sort of innovation platform they've got around machine learning in healthcare. So from our point of view, there's some really interesting insights this gave when they went through the original POC in the US. It's about predicting the patients as they decline, and therefore how do you get a rapid response team to actually go and then support those patients in the hospital. And one of the really interesting insights, and there's a case study that the guys can find about it, was what happens when the rapid response team turn up, who are used to the patient having arrested or declined completely, and they haven't. And what do?
Yeah.
So there's a real interesting business process and a practice which is starting to happen, and that's what we're seeing is really interesting around the AI space. It's evolving what clinical care can look like. It's evolving what's going to happen, and I think it's great to see the guys like AI Australia picking up and working out what technologies are available already, and sort of building on that innovation and common architecture.
Yeah.
So
fantastic. And there's often the conversation around, is AI going to take jobs? And in health, we think it's actually going to, I guess, all be augmented into, the health industry, because like you're just seeing there, data's actually helping people act faster, quicker, with better knowledge before they even get to the situation. But, you can be controversial. I'll let you. It's up to you. Andrew, I'll ask you first. What do you think? Is AI going to take jobs?
No, I don't think so. And I think there's a real opportunity just in terms of just continuing to improve with data through decision support tools, through robotics, machine learning, how people can act with that data. There's an evolution in 50 years. We might have a different conversation, but really interesting times.
50 years.
Yeah.
You think it's only going to take 50 years when we start to have that different conversation?
No, definitely not. But I think if I'm the guy looking at this interview in 50 years' time, I think it might be really interesting to see what's actually happened and what we've seen happen really in the next 3 or 5 years. And that's where we're going to see some dramatic changes, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking 3 to 5 as well. Okay, Cody, what do you reckon?
I think they're going to be gone in 5. Not all of them, but I think they're going to start declining in 5 years. I think you're going to start to see machine robotics potentially taking the jobs of clinicians, and I think those robotics will have the ability to have the same empathy as clinicians. So, you know, watch this space. I think it's coming. I think it's scary, but I don't think it's 50 years, mate. I think it's coming in 5. I think in 5 you'll see some big changes.
Right. So those jobs that are lost potentially to AI, do they get moved elsewhere? Like, you know, do they get reskilled and people actually are able to move elsewhere? Because our demographer Bernard Salt says for every job that's taken, 10 have been created. And I don't know what time frame those stats have been broadcast over, but that was something that I heard earlier this year. So do you think that might be the same with AI, or do you think it's for every job that's taken, 2 are created, or every, you know?
We're at the health. This is particular health today, so I would say that I would see more clinicians becoming more data scientists, more about wrangling data and training machines. That's how I see the new future clinician, to be honest.
Yeah. And wearing 2 sets of glasses is a requirement for a data scientist.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, you need 2 sets. You just never know, mate. You know, if the sun comes out today, we're going to swap over. You know, that's the way it's going to roll today.
Well,
that's AI Gold Coast for you, right? Never know, mate. But the sun's shining in the Gold Coast 300 days in the year, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, so we're in a beautiful inside location at the moment, no sun, so he's got those ones.
Fluorescents, you know, sometimes they give me a bit of a migraine, so I've got to swap them over.
Well, thanks very much, guys. I think that was very insightful. Check out those if you want to rewind and go back and look at those screens. I think they're awesome. I think they're fantastic in terms of the kind of stats and data that people can start to think about when they're conceptualizing what AI is going to look like in their workplace. So yeah, fantastic explanation too, Andrew. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, mate.
Really appreciate it.
Take it easy.
Keep watching on facebook.com/Beach City Life, or search for us on YouTube. Search for Beach City on YouTube. We're at the Intelligent Health Innovation Showcase today. Cheers.